Grandma, did you by any chance come by my house today?
Indeed I did, and it's a good thing, too. Good grief, child. When was the last time you cleaned that pigsty? I swear you've never been able to keep your room clean for more than about 5 minutes at a time.
Well, excuse me for being busy. I've got a lot on my plate at work right now, so I guess I kind of let the house go. But that's not an excuse for you to go inside without my permission. You could have at the very least texted me to let me know you were coming over. And another thing, how in the world did you even get inside? I never gave you a key.
Not to worry, I corrected that little oversight for you and got a copy made. And what good would it have done for me to message you? Lord knows you would have just said, "Sorry, Grandma, can't talk now, talk to you later."
What the? You made a copy of my house key without asking me?
Well, someone's got to keep that house of yours clean, and you're certainly not going to do it. What would Troy's parents think if they saw your house in that state, If this is how filthy your house is when you're still newlyweds, just imagine how it's going to look 5, 10, 15 years down the road.
Well, I guess it was pretty nice of you to do all that cleaning for me. Thanks for that, Grandma.
Oh, don't thank me. I didn't do it for you. Troy's family are quite wealthy, aren't they? They're practically nobility around these parts, and if they see what a lousy housekeeper you are, that likely is going to impact their opinion of me.
Right. Sorry about that.
Lord have mercy, girl. When are you going to finally get your act together? To be honest, I never expected an awful lot out of you. But at the very least you could do is have a grasp of the bare essentials of housekeeping. Cleanliness is next to godliness, Colleen. If you've got a filthy house, then that means you've got a filthy soul.
Hey, come on, is that any way to talk to your dear granddaughter?
I'll be dropping by your house for an inspection regularly moving forward, so be ready for me to come by at any time. And don't think for a moment that you can slack off on the housework just because your husband is overseas on business.
Okay, I get it. I'll clean the frickin' house, jeez.
See to it that you do. And remember what I said, Colleen, cleanliness is next to godliness. It's not just me you have to answer to if you don't whip yourself into shape.
I'll keep that in mind. Troy, what's going on? I just got a stack of papers in the mail from your lawyer. These are divorce papers, aren't they? Is this some kind of mistake? Or maybe some kind of practical joke? Because if it is, it's not funny.
So they finally got to you. I'm sorry, Colleen, but I need you to sign those and turn them in at the courthouse as quickly as possible.
What? Hold on. You mean these are real? Why are you doing this, Troy?
It's a really messy, really complicated situation. I can't explain it right now. All I can say is that I really need to get divorced as quickly as possible.
Messy, complicated? What happened, Troy?
I'm sorry, Colleen, really I am, but I don't have time to explain the whole thing to you right now. I know this hurts, but I just need you to trust me for right now and do what I'm telling you to do.
This is insane. Then you and I are really gonna get divorced?
I wish there was another way, but I don't have any choice. The truth is, I may never be able to see you again. But even as much as it hurts me, this is the only way.
The only way for what, Troy? Please, can't you just give me a quick explanation? It doesn't have to be the whole story. Just give me something.
I can't talk right now. There's no time. Please, Colleen, you have to understand.
But Troy, you're telling me that I may never get to see you again. If that's true, then why can't you just tell me what's going on right now?
God damn it, Colleen, don't you understand that I wish I could tell you what's going on? I don't have time for 20 questions. I have to get this over with as quickly as possible. I'm doing this to protect you. You have to trust me.
Don't get angry at me, Troy. I'm scared for you. I want to know what's happening to you.
I told you I absolutely cannot tell you anything. I'm begging you to put your faith in me here and divorce me without knowing the whole story. This is the only way I can protect you, Colleen. Hopefully one day you'll understand.
My God, Troy, you sound like you've been caught up with the mob or something. I am really worried about you. Please, I am begging you to tell me why this is happening.
Colleen, every second counts. I really don't have any more time to talk to you. You need to promise me that you'll sign those divorce papers for me. I know it hurts to not know what's going on, but trust me when I say that it hurts me far more not being able to tell you. Just answer me this one question, Colleen. Do you trust me?
Sure I do, Troy, but this isn't about me trusting you. You're my husband, Troy, and I am really, really scared about what could possibly be happening to you.
If you trust me, then you'll divorce me. That's all the time I have, Colleen. I have to go now. Please, I'm begging you, promise that you'll divorce me.
All right.
So he made you promise to divorce him, and that was the last message he ever sent you? That's a strange story indeed. I think it would be best to look into this.
Look into it, but how? I don't even know where he is right now.
You can leave the how to me. I know exactly how to handle this sort of situation. It's going to cost you, though, so I hope you're prepared for that.
Grandma, I'm really grateful that you're offering to look into this for me, but are you really going to take money from me?
Of course I am, and why wouldn't I? You're an adult, aren't you? You should know by now that there's no such thing as free lunch, dear. If you want good service, you need to pay for it. I didn't take years out of my life to raise you just for you to grow up and be some godforsaken freeloader.
Don't you feel sorry for your sweet little granddaughter who's currently facing the biggest crisis of her lifetime?
I don't have a sweet little granddaughter. I have a granddaughter who's been nothing but trouble ever since the day she was born.
Come on, that's not true. I was not nothing but trouble.
That's easy for you to say. You're not the one who had to clean up after you for 18 years. And just when I thought you would finally start standing on your own 2 feet, you turn out to be an absolute failure of a housekeeper. And now your husband has gone and gotten himself involved in one kind of trouble or another. Ever since the day your parents dumped you on my doorstep and vanished into thin air, I've had to spend my time and money fixing your problems for you.
Oh, just admit it. You liked having me around the house, didn't you?
Oh, please, that's just your wishful thinking. Now I'm going to go and have a talk with an old friend of mine who owes me a favor. I'll let you know once he gets back to me. And don't make any big purchases, you hear me? You're going to need a lot of money on hand in the near future.
All right, Grandma. Grandma, I just got a big envelope full of pictures in the mail. Are these from your friend?
That's right. It seems the worst-case scenario and my biggest fear has come true.
Oh no, you mean he really has gotten mixed up with the mafia?
What? No, don't be ridiculous. You've been watching too many movies. No, I'm afraid Troy has been cheating on you.
What? He's cheating on me?
At the very least, those pictures will show that he's not acting like he's being chased by the mob. I'll bet he only acted desperate when he texted you to get you to comply without putting up a fight. Kids these days, nothing but lying men and gullible women.
But no, there's no way. Troy would never.
Oh, yes, he would. I had him pegged for a cheater from the start. Sure, he graduated from a good university and works for a good company, but he had the look of a cheater in his eyes, and I knew the whole time he'd do this to you eventually.
If you really thought so, then why didn't you tell me?
Because you're an adult. You should have noticed it without me telling you. Honest to goodness, girl, when are you ever going to grow up?
Grandma, could you chill out on me just for one day? I just found out that my husband is cheating on me while overseas on business.
I've got no time for sentimentality. Let's get down to business. Are you prepared to discuss your payment for this service?
Unbelievable. Yes, Grandma. I've been spending as little as possible for the last week, so tell me, how much do you want?
It's not how much I want, it's what I want. And what I want is the best meal of my life. There's a new Korean barbecue restaurant that just opened up downtown, and I have been wanting to stuff my face there ever since I heard about it.
Hold on. You want me to take you out to dinner?
That's right. Haven't you seen the commercials for that place? It looks absolutely incredible. Imagine it, cooking slices of the choicest cuts of meat on a grill right at your table and eating them freshly cooked.
You might want to have your dentures sharpened before we go there, but okay. Anyway, thanks for the information, Grandma. I guess my next course of action is to talk to Troy about what's going on.
You do that, dear, and let me know what night works for you for dinner, all right?
God damn it, I guess the cat's out of the bag now. Seriously, how did you get your hands on those pictures?
Okay, well, that was unexpectedly easy. You admit that you were cheating on me then?
Yup. To be honest, I was expecting that you would find out eventually. So what do you want? You want a big alimony check or something? I'm fine with that.
The last time you talked to me, you were acting like you were getting kidnapped by the mob, and now you're casually asking me about what I want out of a divorce as if you were bringing home takeout. Aren't you going to, apologize?
Why bother? It's not like it would make this any better. All that I care about is that I can be together forever with my darling Heidi.
Heidi? Is that your mistress's name?
That's right. This is goodbye, Colleen. I've met the long-legged, blonde-haired, blue-eyed Scandinavian beauty of my dreams, so I'm divorcing you. We're gonna live together in my house, too, so leave everything that's not yours behind and get out before I get back. Got it?
I can't believe you. What am I supposed to do from now on? Don't you care about what happens to me?
Nope. You're an adult, aren't you? You'll just have to figure it out on your own like everyone else. You know what your problem is? That you even expected me to care in the first place. You've been depending on everyone around you to take care of everything for you your entire life. Now, my new girl, Heidi, was raised in the frozen wastelands of Northern Europe. She's strong, independent, an amazing cook, and most importantly, crazy hot. You could never compare to a woman like her.
I don't believe this.
Hey, what's going on with the house? My key doesn't work. I can't open the locks on the front or back door. And where's my car?
I've got some bad news for you, Troy.
Oh, no.
Sorry, but I decided to move out of the house, so I sold it. I sold the car, too.
What? You can't do that! This is my house, and that car was my car! You had no right to get rid of them without my permission!
That's where you're wrong, Troy. Remember when we bought the house and the car? You told me that you hated doing paperwork, so I would have to do everything by myself. I told you that in order for us to be registered as joint owners, you would have to come and sign some papers, and then what did you say? You said, quote, "Don't waste my time, just put yourself as the owner, I don't care."
Yeah, well, I didn't think you would go and sell them both without my permission back then.
Uh-huh, and I didn't think you would divorce me to marry another woman while overseas on business.
That doesn't give you permission to sell my stuff, though.
Whose name was on the deed and title, Troy? Mine. I didn't need your permission.
You little... Look, circumstances have changed quite a bit since we last spoke. I broke things off with Heidi, so I'm ready to get back together with you.
I'm sorry, what?
What else do you want me to say? I love you. I realize just how important you were to me. I'm sitting on our front doorstep and crying my eyes out right now. When I thought about what life would be like without you, it made me see what a fool I've been.
You've been rather foolish lately, haven't you? But I think I deserve some answers. What happened between you and Heidi? Why did you break up?
I just told you! I realized how much I loved and missed you, that's all! It was my first overseas business trip. It went on longer than I had planned, and I got lonely! And in my loneliness, I made the biggest mistake of my life! I'm really sorry for everything, Colleen!
Wow, Troy, I'm impressed. You are one fabulously shameless liar. I always thought you were an honest, trustworthy man, but... boy, was I wrong.
Hold on! Yeah, I was lying to you before, but this is different! I'm being honest with you right now. I'm seriously sorry.
Oh, I'll bet you were very, very sorry. Once Heidi's 6'4", 250-pound, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, muscle-bound Scandinavian husband found out about you.
Uh...
How much did you have to pay him off not to beat the ever-living daylights out of you? I bet it was a lot. He was pretty mad once he found out you'd been messing around with his lovely wife Heidi. Did you really tell her that you were a high-ranking diplomat on official business? Honestly, I can't imagine why any woman would cheat on a total hunk like her husband with someone like you.
Hey, what's going on here? How did you know about all that?
I have some very, powerful connections, Troy. I know every single thing that you did on your business trip.
What do you mean, connections? You've never even left the country. How could you possibly have connections over there?
That information is only available on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Anyway, let's summarize your situation. You cheated on me while overseas, forced me to divorce you by pretending to be in danger, spent all your money to pay off your mistress's husband, and now that your cover is blown, you want to get back together like nothing ever happened. Do I have that about right?
Yeah, that basically covers it. Hey, Colleen, listen. If you know about all the stuff that happened to me over there, don't you think you could find it in your heart to forgive me? I told you I was just lonely on a cold, dark winter night and I needed some company. I made a mistake. I've already paid more than enough for my sins, so can't we let bygones be bygones?
Oh, you think you've paid enough? Sorry, but your deal with Heidi's husband over there isn't going to help you back here. You still have bills to pay, and Troy, you are going to pay big time.
Come on! What do you want from me?
Did you forget already? A few weeks ago you told me that you would pay me a big alimony check. That's your first order of business.
Oh yeah, that. But you know my story, right? The circumstances have changed since then. I was going to pay you, but I already spent all my money.
That's your problem, not mine. You know what you were doing when you had your affair. You deceived me and betrayed me in the worst way possible. Did you think that texting me about crying and telling me how sorry you were was going to be enough? Sorry, but you have not suffered near enough yet.
Colleen, what's going on with you? You're different. You used to be way more kind and generous. Now you're saying that you want me to suffer?
That was because I thought that you were an equally kind and generous man. Now that I know you're rotten to the core, I have no need to show you one shred of mercy.
I understand how you feel, Colleen. Really, I do. And honestly, you have a point. But please, you've got to believe me. I really regret what I did. I see you don't want to get back together with me, and that's cool. But at the very least, could you lend me the money I'll need to get started out at my new place?
I already told you, Troy, your first order of business is to write me a big alimony check. You promised. And not to mention, why would you expect your victim to lift a finger to help you out anyway?
Victim? Don't you think that's a bit of an exaggeration?
Well, what should I call myself, Troy? What word should I use to describe myself that means a woman whose husband is a dirty, rotten, lying, cheating scumbag?
I'm not a scumbag!
Oh, so then you are a dirty, rotten, lying cheater then.
I made a mistake! It was a one-time thing. You can forgive me for that!
One-time thing, huh? I'm not so sure about that. Does the college intern girl that worked at your company last summer not count?
What?
Did you forget about her? Her name was Megan. If I recall correctly, she was a blonde too.
Wait, I have no idea what you're talking about. I didn't do anything with Megan, honest.
Oh, is that so? Then I'll just have to give her a call and ask her myself. I'm pretty sure she'll come clean.
Wait, don't! This is insane! My head is spinning! How the hell do you know this much?
Pay attention, Troy. We've been over this. I have very powerful connections. I know about every single move you made while you were overseas. Did you really think I wasn't going to find out about the things that happened here at home?
This can't be happening! Hey, about Megan, we broke things off a long time ago! We talked it over and decided that we shouldn't be together!
Yeah, you can say that again. After all, if word got out that you were having an affair with the CEO's daughter, your career might be in danger. Not to mention your company has a pretty strong policy on discouraging workplace relationships. And then there's the potential for reputational damage on social media. You'd be lucky if the only thing that happened was you lost your job.
Colleen, I'm begging you, please, please, please don't tell anyone about me and Megan. I'm telling you, we saw each other for a little while, then we broke things off completely. We haven't talked since. There's not one single person in the company other than us who knows about our relationship. And it's exactly like you say, if word gets out, I'm cooked.
And whose fault would it be if you did get cooked? No one but your own. You've been deftly avoiding responsibility for your misdeeds up until now, but your bill has finally come due.
No, please don't do this. God, Colleen, I'm so sorry. I've been an absolute idiot to betray you like I did. But give me one more chance. I'll do anything.
If you really want me to give you a second chance, then what's the first thing you need to do? Pay up. I want my alimony check, and it had better be a big one.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll get the money today, whatever it takes. I'll sell my kidney if I have to. I'll bow down before you, kiss your feet, and beg for your forgiveness. I'm serious. Words can't describe how bad I feel for the stupid things I've done. But I can see clearly now you're the one I love.
Do you really mean that?
Of course I do! From the bottom of my heart, I love you like I've never loved anyone else. I'll tell you what, if you still don't believe me, then I'll tell my company about my affair.
Huh?
I deserve to be punished for what I've done, and I'll gladly take whatever punishment's coming to me. But please, Colleen, don't leave me.
Well, if you're really serious...
Change of plans. There is nothing, absolutely nothing that you can do to receive a second chance.
Huh? Who are you?
I'm Colleen's grandmother. We've met. I got the terrible feeling that Colleen was about to do something as stupid as forgive you, and sure enough, I was right. From this point on, you deal only with me, not her. And as Colleen's representative, I will not allow her to forgive you under any circumstances.
Hey, you have no right to come between us. I'm serious about wanting to make it up to Colleen, and she agreed to give me a second chance. Don't get in my way.
If you were really serious about this, then the alimony you promised would already be in Colleen's hands. I know what you're doing. You think that if you can get her to forgive you and take you back now, you can drag your feet on the alimony and get admitting your affair to the company.
That's not true at all. I would never do anything so dirty and underhanded.
Sorry, but you're dealing with me now. I'm not as gullible as that girl. I'm going to hold you to your word, Troy. Pay Colleen the alimony you promised and inform your superiors about your affair with Megan.
Give the phone back to Colleen.
That's not happening. You said you were so serious about showing how sorry you were and that you would pay her alimony and reveal your affair to the company. Well, are you going to do it or not? You really want to make it up to her, don't you?
Well, hold on a second. Can we talk about this? If I'm going to pay her the alimony I promised, then I'll have to have a job, right? But if I tell the company about me and Megan, then I'll get fired for sure. Then I'd have no way to pay her back.
It's just as I expected. Nothing but excuses, excuses, excuses. This conversation is over. I will not allow you to hurt my precious, sweet granddaughter any more than you already have.
Wait, don't do this! Can't you give me a break?
What's that? You want a break? Oh, you mean you want to get out of this without facing any consequences for your misdeeds.
Hey, I've already suffered a bunch of consequences. I lost my car, my house. I almost got the snot beaten out of me by the freaking abominable snowman. What more do you want from me?
My, oh my, what a nasty little temper you've got there. I knew you were no good. I'm taking liberty of personally disseminating all the information I gathered about you. You said you were ready to suffer the consequences, and suffer them you will.
No, don't do it! I'm really sorry. What's it gonna take for you to forgive me?
To err is human, to forgive is divine. It's not within my power to forgive you for what you've done, only God can do that. However, if you'd like to meet him face to face, that can be arranged. Just give the word.
I can't believe this! What am I supposed to do now, huh? How am I supposed to move on from this?
You're an adult, aren't you? You'll just have to take care of yourself like everyone else. Good grief, you're a gullible thing. You really were about to believe his lies, weren't you?
Maybe.
Unbelievable. But now you see him for the monster he is, yes? He won't change. It's not in his nature to change. All he does is whatever is most beneficial for him.
Yeah, you're right, Grandma. I can see that now. I don't know what I would have done without you.
I know exactly what you would have done. You would have taken him back like a fool just for him to betray you again somewhere along the line.
By the way, who was that old friend you were talking about? You know, the one who found out about what Troy was doing during his business trip?
Oh, him? Oh, he was just the pilot. I'm the one who went and got those pictures of Troy and Heidi.
What?
Once I found out where the convention he was attending was being held, all I needed to do was wait until he left the building. Then I found the hotel he was staying at, and the rest was just waiting.
Wait a second. You actually called in a favor, flew halfway around the world, found Troy, and staked out his hotel? For me?
Get over yourself, dear. I've been wanting to take a Scandinavian vacation since I was a little girl. It just so happened that Troy's shenanigans gave me the excuse I needed to finally go. Plus, I needed to call in that favor before the guy who owed me one kicked the bucket. It was just good timing all around.
Uh-huh, right. I don't know, that all seems like a pretty elaborate excuse to me. The truth is that you were just ticked off at him for hurting me, aren't you?
I couldn't care less if you were hurt. I just know that every time he hurts you, you come running to me for help. It's better to nip it in the bud before he really starts to disrupt my life. Now, I believe we had an arrangement?
Yeah, dinner, right?
Yes, indeed. We'll go this Friday at 6:30 p.m. No later. You drive, understood?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Please, girl, you don't need to talk to me like that. Yes, ma'am, will suffice.
We gave him a few days to come up with the money, but Troy never showed up with the alimony money he promised me. So as she promised, my grandma presented all the evidence she had against him to his company. He didn't get fired, but the shame from having every person he works with know he slept with the CEO's daughter was too much for him to bear. He resigned his position a few weeks later. Since he reneged on his alimony, I have no choice but to sue him to collect what was rightfully mine. The result was that he now is legally bound to pay me everything I asked him for and more. He had to take out a loan in order to pay for it all, which, of course, he had no ability to pay back. Once the debt collectors started coming around, he left town and moved somewhere way out in the sticks where he can lay low. I'm ashamed to admit that I was actually pretty close to forgiving him that day. It's a good thing that my grandma was there to rip my phone away from me, or else I never would have gotten that alimony from him. Speaking of my grandma, we went to that new Korean barbecue place that she requested, and let me tell you, that woman can eat. The bill for dinner came to $500 between the two of us, and $450 was from what my grandma ordered. It was supposed to be my treat, but she ended up paying anyway. She said it was because she didn't want me to come begging for money later, but I think she was always planning to pay. She's a tough old bird, that much is for sure, but Hey there, Judy. I hate to interrupt you in the middle of the day, but do you have a minute to talk? Sure thing, Connie. I don't mind. Is everything okay? Do you need help with something? Well, it doesn't really have anything to do with work, so I've been debating whether or not I should bring it up to you. Connie, I'm your supervisor. If whatever's bothering you is so serious that you think you need to bring it up to me during the day, then it's obviously something that will impact your work, so go ahead. Tell me what's on your mind. Thanks, Judy. I really appreciate it. So here's the thing. I actually just found out that I am pregnant. Oh my goodness, really? Oh, that's wonderful news. I'm so happy for you, Connie. So who's the father? I don't remember you ever talking about having a boyfriend or a husband. Well, the father is the issue. I'm not sure whether I should tell you who he is. Why not? Is it someone else at the company? Well, Don't worry, if this is something you need to keep secret, your secret is safe with me.
Okay, I'll tell you who the father is then, but don't get too surprised, okay?
It's all right, go ahead and tell me.
It's Harvey.
Harvey? In accounting? But he's over 60 years old. I'm surprised that his, you-know-what, still works.
Oh my God, no, not that Harvey.
Oh, that's a relief. But I don't think there are any other Harveys at the company.
That's because my Harvey doesn't work at the company.
Wait a minute. You're not talking about my husband, Harvey, are you?
I am, actually. I am pregnant with your husband's child.
All right, Connie, that's enough of that. I'll let you off with just a warning this time, but don't go making jokes like this ever again. It is a violation of the company's harassment policy.
I'm not joking, though. I'm telling the truth.
There is no way you could be pregnant with my husband's baby. I mean, as far as I know, the two of you have never even met each other.
Sure we have. We've met a bunch of times. He comes to pick you up from the office from time to time, doesn't he?
I mean, sure he does, but he only does that maybe once or twice a month at the most. What are you saying, that you were watching him from the window or something?
I sure was. That's how I recognized him when we bumped into each other downtown one day. I said hi, we got to talking, he invited me to have coffee with him in a cafe. One thing led to another, and now I'm pregnant.
I don't believe this. You're serious, aren't you? You really have been sleeping with my husband? How long have you two been seeing each other?
I think the first time we did it was almost a year ago. Wow, the time really has flown.
Oh my God, you've been doing this for a whole year?
We sure have. It's been the best year of my life.
No way. I don't believe it. You have to be pulling some kind of elaborate prank on me. I mean, there is no way you've been sleeping with my husband. It can't be true.
Judy, I think it would be the best thing for you, me, Harvey, and our baby for you to just accept reality. That's the only way we'll be able to move forward with our plan.
Plan? What plan? What do you want from me anyway?
Isn't it obvious? I want to get married to Harvey so we can raise our child together.
I suppose I should have seen that coming.
So I'd appreciate it if you could do whatever you need to do to move your divorce along as swiftly as possible, okay? Oh, and also, you're going to have to move out of his house.
Now, wait just a minute. We've only been living in that house for 6 months now.
I know, it's perfect. I would never raise my precious baby in anything but a brand new house. Like, who wants to buy a used house anyways? Who knows what kind of germs and stuff are spread all over the place? Okay, so we're on the same page now, right? You're gonna divorce my Harvey and get out of his house as soon as possible. Clear? That's what you'll do if you love him anyway. What man would want to stay married to an old granny like you?
Excuse me? I'm an old granny?
Yeah, you're gonna be 40 soon, aren't you? I mean, you should be grateful that Harvey was willing to stay with you past 30.
Whatever. Listen, Connie, I don't know what you expected would happen when you texted me today, but I am absolutely not going to just lie down and admit defeat. That house is our house, mine and Harvey's, not yours. And the final matter of business is to talk to Harvey about what's going on. I'm still not 100% convinced you're telling the truth.
You're going to be in for a rude awakening when you have that conversation. Harvey is absolutely head over heels for me. And you can't really blame him either. Ask any man in the world which one of us they'd pick, and they'd pick me every single time.
You've known Harvey for a year. I have been married to him for 10 years and known him longer than that. Our bond as husband and wife is far, far stronger than a little hussy like you would ever understand.
Oh yeah? Well, this hussy was able to shatter those super strong bonds you're talking about in no time. He's mine now, Judy. An old granny like you doesn't deserve to have a handsome, successful man like Harvey for a husband. Oh, and one more thing. None of this is a request, it's a demand, and you have no right to say no to me. I demand that you divorce my husband and move out of my house immediately. If you want to put up a fight, bring it. I'll just have to force you out instead.
I'll deal with you later. My first order of business is to talk to Harvey.
Do it quick, all right? I want to move into my big, comfortable new house and relax as soon as possible.
Hi there, Tucker.
Well, if it isn't my lovely daughter-in-law, how are you today, sweetheart?
Could be better. Hey, is Harvey there right now? He told me he was going to visit you guys today.
You just missed him. He left about 10 minutes or so ago. Why? What's the matter?
I've been trying to get a hold of him, but he's not returning my calls or texts.
Well, I suppose he should be home before too much longer. You know, I've been thinking lately, I do appreciate how often Harvey comes over to see us. But considering the circumstances that allow him to do that, well, I feel so guilty. It must be a terrible burden on you.
No, it's nothing you need to feel bad about. We're a married couple, and that means we do the best we can to support one another.
I know, that's what you always say, but I still wish that he would get his act together.
I'm sure he will eventually. Anyway, about Harvey. When he was at your house, was he acting strange at all?
No, he didn't say or do anything out of the ordinary that I can recall. What's going on, though? Is there something wrong with Harvey?
It's just, I got a text message from one of the people who I supervise at work.
And what did she say? Was it something to do with Harvey?
Yes, actually. She said that she's pregnant with his child.
What? No, there's no way that can be true.
As of right now, I'm currently in the same boat as you. I just can't believe it's true. That's why I'm trying to get a hold of Harvey so I can ask him myself.
I see. Yes, it would be best to ask him first before making any untoward assumptions. It could be a mistake, a joke, a lie. Or, sadly, it might just be the truth.
That's a possibility that I'm prepared for, but I need to talk to Harvey first.
And if it turns out to be true?
In that case, then I'll just have to move forward with my best interests in mind.
Indeed. Judy, I want you to know that if my boy really has betrayed you, you have my blessing to deal with him however you see fit. You don't need to worry about my wife or me. We'll accept your decision.
Thank you for being so understanding, Tucker. You've always been a good father-in-law to me. Okay, well, I'm gonna go back to trying to get a hold of Harvey. I'll let you know once I find out one way or the other. Well, Judy, how goes the desperate search for your soon-to-be ex-husband? Is he responding to you yet? No, not yet. Why do you ask, Connie? Do you have some idea of where he might be? Oh, I don't just have an idea. I know exactly where he is and where he's going. Okay. Were you going to tell me or what? Gladly. He's in his car right now on his way to visit me. That's why he's ignoring all your messages and calls. He's on his way to have some fun with his favorite girl. He doesn't need your crotchety attitude to spoil the mood. That reminds me, Connie, earlier on you were talking like women who are around 40 are completely unappealing. You do realize that you'll be 42 someday, right? Yeah, of course I do. That's why I'm having as much fun as I can while I still have my feminine charm. And what about Harvey? He's the same age as me. If I'm an old granny to you, does that make him an old grandpa? Yep, that's exactly right. Then, what in the world are you sleeping with him for? Not to mention having his child. You want to know why, Judy? I'll tell you why. It's because you piss me the hell off. That's why. What? Why? I hate the way you always try to tell me what to do. You think you're some kind of big shot, don't you? Always bossing me around, giving me assignments, acting like my boss. What the? Connie, I am your boss. I'm your supervisor. So frickin' what? I don't need some old granny breathing down my neck all day. I can get my job done just fine without your constant lectures. Okay, well, I can't say that I agree with your reasoning, but at least that explains why you hate me so much. What it doesn't explain is why get involved with Harvey. Because I knew the best way to make you suffer would be to take your precious husband away from you. Are you serious? Yep. At first, all I wanted to do was sleep with him and make the two of you break up, and then I'd get rid of him after that. But you know, he's actually not that bad of a guy, and he's great in bed. So when I got pregnant, I thought, why not just go all the way? I'll marry him and have his kid, and then you'd have to watch us be happy for the rest of your miserable life. For God's sake, Connie, you really decided to go this far just to get back at me for being your boss? Yeah, and what of it? I haven't done anything wrong. Harvey even says he's happier with me than he is with you. Seems to me like your marriage has been over for way longer than we would have been seeing each other. All I did was make it official. You can't blame me for that. This seems to me like the perfect opportunity for you to let go of your failed marriage and move forward toward a miserable, lonely future of nothing but sadness and misery. Well, I guess that's that. Thanks for telling me all of that, Connie. You're welcome, I guess? You want Harvey? Okay, you can have him.
Seriously? All right.
Since Harvey isn't answering my texts, go ahead and do me the favor of letting him know I'm divorcing him.
Will do. So you're gonna hurry up and move out of the house too, right?
For sure.
Hey, Judy, I heard about what you said.
What did I say? Be specific.
You know, about divorcing me.
Mm-hmm. And who did you hear it from?
From Connie.
So it was true. You really were sleeping with her.
It's true, Judy, and for what it's worth, I'm sorry that it happened this way.
And you're really serious about marrying her, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm sure. She's pregnant with my kid. I have to take responsibility for that.
I really don't want to hear any talk from you about responsibility. I have a lot of things I want to say right now, but I just don't have the energy. It is what it is. I'll contact my lawyer and have him draw up a set of divorce papers for us. Oh, and I'm moving out of the house, just so you know.
Okay, I got it. And Judy, I know this won't mean much coming from me, but it was good while it lasted. You really did do a lot for me, and I appreciate that.
You're right, Harvey, that doesn't mean much coming from you. One more thing, it's going to take a while for me to move out of the house, so you're going to have to give me some time to get everything ready. I've got paperwork to sign, phone calls to make. It's going to be a total mess.
Yeah, I totally understand. Go ahead and let me know when you're all moved out. I'm really sorry for everything I've done to you, Judy.
What's going on here, Judy? I want answers.
Wow, and here I was thinking I was finally rid of you. If you want answers, you're going to have to ask a more specific question.
We were about to move all my stuff into the house since you finally moved out, but when we got here, the locks had been changed and there was a for sale sign in the yard. That's what's going on. Now explain.
Oh, didn't Harvey tell you anything?
He's just as clueless as I am and twice as panicked.
Oh, I guess Harvey didn't notice.
Notice what? Would you please start making sense?
The truth is that house wasn't our joint property. It was my personal property. I'm the sole owner.
What? But you were married, right? Doesn't that mean you both own it?
Well, I make more money than he does, and I'm the one who paid for everything, so it only makes sense it would be mine.
Wait, really?
That's right. I'm the one who wanted to build a new house in the first place. I had a lot of specific requests I wanted in the house, and it didn't feel right to make Harvey pay for something that I wanted. So I paid for the house by myself and put it in my own name. That means it's mine to do with as I please. And since you're not party to the discussion at all, I didn't feel the need to inform you.
But I don't understand. This is all way too sudden.
Is it though? I told Harvey that I was getting ready to move, so I assumed he had told you about that as well. I don't know, perhaps he was under the impression that I was just going to walk away from the house, as if I'd actually do that.
I don't believe this. You tricked us.
How did I trick you? I already told you the house is my personal property, and thus it is mine to do with as I please. I really don't know what made you two think you would get to have the house.
But where are we supposed to live now? I already canceled the lease on my old apartment. I can't move back there now.
Well, that's not my problem, is it? Go and talk to your precious little husband about it. Live wherever you want. I don't care.
You can't do this to us.
Don't forget, you're the woman who ripped my husband away from me. I could be doing much worse to you if I so pleased. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd really prefer never to talk to you again. So I think I'm going to block your number.
Don't you dare block me. This conversation is not over, not by a long shot.
It is for me, though. I am absolutely swamped right now. I just moved into my new place, and I've only unpacked the daily essentials. I still have to do a bunch of paperwork to change my address, change my name. Ugh, it's going to take me forever to do it all. So I have no time to waste talking to you. Goodbye.
Dad, are you there? I need your help.
You need help, do you? Well, what can I do for you? I know this is sudden, but do you think I could stay at your place for a little while? And why do you need to stay with me? What's going on? The thing is, me and Judy are getting divorced. I see. And? And, well, she kinda kicked me out of the house. And there's one more thing, too. I have a new wife with me. You what? I know, it's a lot to take in, but we can talk about the details later. I'll head over to your place now, and we can talk about it in person. Hold it right there. You don't get to decide when we discuss those details. Depending on what the details are, I may or may not choose to allow you inside. All right. I guess I can understand wanting to know. So here's the thing. Me and Judy have been in a loveless marriage for years now, but divorce would be a real pain that both of us wanted to avoid, so we decided to stay legally married. I'm not sure I understand, but keep going. So, since we didn't love each other anymore, I went and found someone who did love me. Now that me and Judy are divorced, we're going to get married soon. Let me see if I've got this straight. You've been cheating on Judy. What? No, that's not it at all. You see, when we both realized that we had fallen out of love with each other, we decided to open up our marriage. Sure, Judy might still be my legal wife, but she told me she didn't mind me going out with other women. I know this may seem strange to you, Dad, but times have changed. Open marriages are really common these days. I see. So you're saying that Judy is on board with you marrying this new girl of yours? That's right. We both decided that it wasn't worth keeping up appearances when we didn't love each other, so we agreed to divorce amicably. I'm impressed. Boy, I never thought that one day you would have the nerve to tell such a ridiculous lie to me. But, no, Dad, I'm not lying. It's the truth. Don't give me that malarkey. If Judy really was okay with you seeing this new girl, then why have you been sneaking around and meeting her behind Judy's back? I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't been sneaking. Liar! You've been telling her that you're going to visit your mother and me when you're actually going to meet your mistress. What? I don't understand. How did you know about that? Judy told me all about your sordid little affair, and when we were talking about that, I realized that you had been lying to her about visiting us. For the last year or so, you've been visiting us maybe once or twice a month. But you've been telling Judy that you're seeing us at least once a week! Oh, no! I would never allow such a pathetic liar as yourself in my house, much less the succubus who ripped you away from poor Judy! Go and find your own place to live. But, Dad, you don't understand! I haven't told you this yet, but Connie is pregnant! That child is your grandchild, and I know how much you've always wanted to meet your grandchildren. You wouldn't kick the woman carrying your grandchild out onto the street, would you? You're no son of mine anymore, and that means that no child of yours will ever be my grandchild. You're a man, aren't you? It's time for you to step up and raise the child yourself. Dad, why are you doing this to me? You're not the victim here, Judy is! I wanted you to have children with Judy. She was the best woman you could have ever hoped for. I'm not interested in the child of some floozy you found on the street corner. I'm disowning you, Harvey. Never darken my doorstep with your presence ever again. Judy, I'm sorry for what happened. You know that. So please, can't you let us have the house?
Are you insane? It's either that or you're the most shameless wretch I've ever met.
I know that I'm a scumbag. I'm the lowest of the low. But think about that baby. The baby hasn't done anything wrong.
You're right. If anything, I feel bad that your poor child is cursed with being born to a lying moron and a home-wrecking harpy.
Then take the house off the market and let us live there.
It's already off the market. I found a buyer the other day and we already signed the deal. This is what you get for being a sniveling little coward, Harvey. Maybe if you hadn't ignored my calls and texts that day, maybe if you had come straight home and had a face-to-face conversation with me, maybe then I would have considered letting you have the house, but it is far too late for you now. Ever since the day that I found out about your affair and Connie's baby, you've been running away from me. I'm surprised you were even able to get her pregnant at all, considering you're not even man enough to face the consequences for your misdeeds. I'm never giving you that house, and I'm not even giving you money for a month's rent.
No way. You're really not gonna give me anything?
Absolutely nothing. Now, never contact me again, got it? This is goodbye, Harvey. Forever. Come on, Judy. You're really not gonna give us this house? What the? I can't believe it. I thought I'd blocked you. Oh well, I'll soon remedy that mistake. And about the house, really, what were you expecting? It's my house, remember? Why would I simply let two losers who mean nothing to me have it for free? All right, I guess there's no way I'm gonna change your mind. We'll just have to find some apartment to move into until we can find a house. I guess so. Speaking of which, do you have the money to pay for an apartment or mortgage? What kind of question is that? Of course I don't. Harvey's going to pay for everything. No, he's not. Huh? Yes, he is. He's not going to pay for it because he can't pay for it. What makes you say that? He's unemployed. What? Harvey's unemployed? That can't be. I was pretty shocked myself when he suddenly came home about a year ago and told me he got fired. He told me that he would take care of things around the house for me until he found his next job. That's why he came to pick me up from the office every once in a while. But why didn't he ever say anything about that to me? It's quite simple, Connie. He was lying to you to make you like him. I would recommend not counting on him to support you either, by the way. Plan on having to support both of you by yourself. But I can't do that. My stomach is getting bigger every day, and I already quit my job. Yeah, I remember that. You seemed so happy when you were giving your going-away speech. I can't believe this. What is Harvey thinking, keeping something like that from me? For his part, he says he's going to take responsibility. As for how, your guess is as good as mine, seeing as though he doesn't have a job. I'll bet he doesn't have a plan to get one either, honestly. But that's not my problem anymore. This can't be happening. Not that I care, but if you really care about your child's future, you'll do what you can to get Harvey to step up. Because try as you might, you're never going to get a single cent out of me. Come on, I'm going to be giving birth to a baby soon, and you're just going to watch as I get forced to live on the streets? Don't you have a heart? I have pity on those who deserve pity. You decidedly do not. Good luck on starting your new married life with Harvey. You're going to need it.
Hey there, Judy. It sure has been a while, huh? How have you been?
What reason could you possibly have to be texting me right now? We're divorced. We've been divorced for 3 years. We're no different than complete strangers. I said never text me again, and I meant it. Why do I keep forgetting to block people?
Stop! Wait! I wanted you to know that me and Connie are breaking up.
Oh, for the love of... What happened now?
I just can't deal with her anymore. All she ever talks about is money. Like, why don't you get a job? When are you gonna get a job? Have you looked at the help wanted ads lately? When are you gonna start working again?
I mean, she is the mother of your child. She has a point, doesn't she?
But she's telling me to take any job, even a part-time job at a convenience store or something. That's not a career. I need to get a job that has potential for advancement.
Okay, well, what sort of job are you looking for anyway?
Well, considering my age and experience, I think the best place for me is upper management.
You've got to be kidding me. How much of a moron are you?
Hey, I am not a moron.
You are 43 years old and you have never been in any management position, and you got fired from the last job you had. There is no company that would hire you as an entry-level employee, much less upper management. Wake up from your delusions of grandeur, Harvey. You have a real child who needs real money. That child doesn't have time for your starry-eyed fantasies.
I know, and I'm going to, I promise. But it's just, well, I mean, that's it. I can't handle living with Connie anymore. She's not understanding of my career goals.
You've got to be kidding me.
I've been thinking lately, and I realized that I was never happier than when I was with you.
Yeah, because I wasn't getting on your case about finding a job like Connie rightfully is.
That's not it. I really do miss you.
Shut up, would you? You only miss being able to sit around at home all day while I paid for all of our lifestyle. You don't miss me at all. You're just tired of being held accountable for once in your life. I supported you with every fiber of my being while we were married, and you betrayed me.
Don't talk like that! I made you happy, didn't I?
You made me miserable for an entire year while you were cheating on me, and now you're making Connie and your child miserable with your laziness. Honestly, I'm still mad at Connie for what she did, and I'll never forgive her for that. But I still say she has every right to kick you to the curb. Now, put down your phone, pick up the newspaper, find a job opening, any job opening, and apply for it. You don't have any right to be happy until you've provided your wife and child with everything they need to get by.
That's not fair, though!
Life isn't fair, Harvey. Now this time, I'm going to block your number for sure, so don't ever contact me again. I am way happier single than I ever was with you. Hi there, Tucker. How have you been?
Judy, it's so great to hear from you, sweetheart. To what do I owe the pleasure?
To whom, actually? Harvey just texted me a bit ago. It looks like he's having money problems again, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came to you begging for a handout soon.
Oh no. Well, thanks for the heads up, Judy. Words can't express how sorry I am for everything that foolish boy put you through.
No, really, it's okay. The truth is, I was aware that Harvey was cheating on me. It's just that I didn't know what I would do after I divorced him, and I didn't want to be all alone. So I pretended not to notice.
My goodness, you really knew?
Yeah, and I realize now what a terrible mistake it was to let it go. I've been single for 3 years now, and I can honestly say that leaving him was a total positive. I don't miss the married life at all, at least not married life with him. If anything, I'm glad that I was able to get rid of him before I turned 40. It made the rest of my life much easier than it would have been.
You really are a strong woman, Judy. I'm glad to hear you've found your happiness. If there's ever anything I can do for you, don't hesitate to ask.
The same goes for me, Tucker. Keep in touch, okay? Connie and Harvey got divorced shortly after that. Connie moved back in with her parents, and her parents are looking after her child while she goes to work. The way I heard it, her parents were furious when they found out about the circumstances of her marriage, and they opposed it from the start. So they're making her pay a hefty amount of rent to them to allow her to live there, as well as do most of the housework. She's definitely not living the pampered and spoiled life that she thought she would get when she started sleeping with Harvey. After his second divorce, Harvey was now stuck with paying child support to Connie. Since it was either work or go to jail, he decided to do the thing he'd been dreading the most. He took up a part-time job at the convenience store. He hates it and bizarrely thinks it's beneath him, but if he quits, then he'll be jailed for failing to make his child support payments. So he has no choice but to grit his teeth and bear it. As for me, the money I got from selling the house was more than enough for me to get my new solo life started. And without Harvey's dead weight to carry, I'm free to do practically whatever I want now. I go on solo vacations to tropical resorts twice a year. I've seen more of the world than I ever thought I would, and I am loving every single day of my new life.
My goodness, Angie, I just heard an incredible story. Your husband was quite an impressive businessman, wasn't he? And the company he worked for was one of the biggest in the state. Apparently, he was slated to become an executive someday, maybe even have a seat on the board of directors.
Oh, hello, Melody. Yes, that's right. At the time, he was the head of his department, and the company did have pretty high expectations of him. Did Sawyer tell you about him?
That's right. I was curious about where his father worked, so we talked for a little bit about him. Isn't it a shame, though? How long has it been since he passed away? 15 years?
A bit more than that, but you're in the ballpark.
When I think that the man set to marry my daughter might have been the son of a high-powered executive, it's enough to bring a tear to my eye. What a terribly unfortunate twist of fate.
Yes, his father's passing was really difficult for him, and for me as well. But I know that my husband would be incredibly proud of the man that Sawyer has become. He has a great job, and now he's going to get married to a lovely girl. Imagine my shock when I found out that she was the daughter of one of my old classmates.
I just about fell out of my seat when I heard the news. Isn't it ironic, though? Your mother was a single mother, and then what happens to you? Your husband dies on you just like your father did. Oh, you poors just don't have any luck, do you? It must be in your DNA.
What do you want, Melody? Why did you text me? For the record, I'm doing my absolute best not to let our relationship have any impact on my son's relationship with your daughter.
Oh, I agree entirely. And that's why I think the best thing to happen would be for you to remove yourself from the picture.
Excuse me?
Please, Angie, we graduated from high school decades ago. You should be able to read plain English. I don't want a filthy, good-for-nothing single mother like you anywhere near my family. Tell your son goodbye and go live somewhere far, far away from here. And do it before the wedding.
Sorry, Melody, but that is absolutely not happening. I already got my invitation. I don't know who you think you are, but you have no right to make me part ways with my own son.
Well, I see you're just as stubborn and stupid as you were in school. This is your final warning, Angie. Do not come to the wedding. If you do, then so help me God, I will make sure you know your place before the day's end.
I don't really think God's going to help you on this one, Melody. Good evening, Sawyer. I wanted to thank you for sending me my wedding invitation. I just got it in the mail today.
Oh, that's awesome! Thanks for letting me know. I'm sorry I haven't been able to come and see you very much lately, Mom.
It's totally all right, dear. I know you're busy with your work.
Yeah, my work is part of it, but a big part of it is my fiancé's parents. Like, I don't know what their deal is, but they're demanding that I stop coming to see you so much after we get married. My apartment is close to their house, and they're coming over almost every other day lately. They're telling me about all the things I'm gonna have to do for them once I'm married, criticizing how disorganized my room is. It's kind of a lot to deal with. I've been meaning to talk to Julia one of these days about moving somewhere else after we get married.
Goodness gracious, I'm terribly sorry you have to deal with all of that.
Yeah, it's not fun, but it's something I just have to deal with. I mean, that's what I get for marrying the daughter of the chairman of the board at my company. So, I'm gonna do the best that I can to be respectful, or else I might just ruin my family life or my professional life. But I don't think I'll be able to put up with it if they really are determined to keep me from seeing you. The entire reason I've worked so hard all my life is because I want to pay you back for everything you've done for me. Does that make me a mama's boy?
Sawyer, you're the best son I could have asked for, but you don't need to be worried about me. You need to do what's best for you and your fiancé. Once she's your wife, she becomes your #1 priority.
Okay, well, I don't want you worrying too much about me either. I know how hard things have been for you ever since Dad died. You were always there for me no matter what, so now it's my turn to be there for you no matter what.
Thank you so much, Sawyer. Your father would be so proud to hear you say that. I'm looking forward to seeing your wedding.
Yeah, me too, Mom. Okay, I gotta go now. I got some work to finish up before I hit the hay tonight. Love you, Mom. Talk to you soon.
I love you too, dear. Good night. Excuse me, Melody, I was wondering if you could clear something up for me. Why do I not have a seat? The venue staff told me that they had been informed that the mother of the groom had a last-minute change of plans and wouldn't be attending today. As such, they had removed my seat and arranged the remainder of the chairs accordingly. This was surprising to me, since I did not have any change of plans. I asked them who it was who told them that I wasn't going to come, and they said it was you. So, anything to say for yourself?
Oh dear, I'm afraid all the working class food you've been eating all these years has resulted in a malnourished brain. You mean to tell me that you forgot? I told you that I was going to show you your place if you dared to show up today. This wedding is only for family, friends, and valued colleagues, and none of those apply to you. We don't have any room for filthy, impoverished, welfare recipient single mothers in the seating area, so either stand in the back to watch the wedding or leave. And I would greatly appreciate you choosing the latter option. I would rather your ugly face not appear in any of the wedding pictures.
You really haven't changed one bit since high school, Melody. I don't care if you hate me, I am used to it, but I will not allow you to act out your petty little vendetta against me at our children's wedding. I thought you said you wanted to keep them out of it.
Did I say that? Oh, oopsie-doopsie, I must have forgotten. You might be used to it, but I'll never get used to your irksome presence. Sawyer is a bright young man, a hard worker, and my husband tells me he has great promise. But then you had to come along with him and ruin it completely. Have you ever tried to stand in Sawyer's shoes? If you ask me, I bet he wishes that it was you who got sick and died 15 years ago, not his father.
My Sawyer would never think that way about me.
He might not say it, no, but he's definitely thinking it. The only reason he doesn't say it is because he's used to holding back his true feelings about you. He probably spent his childhood in fear that if he ever stood up to you, you'd refuse to feed him properly.
This is unbelievable, Melody, even for you. Fine, that does it. I am leaving, and I am taking my son with me.
What?
Sawyer's standing next to me right now, and he's seen our entire conversation.
Nonsense, you're bluffing, I know it. I saw him walk into his dressing room earlier. He's getting ready for the wedding right now.
Actually, I texted him before I texted you to let him know what was going on. He told me that he would walk to the staff and get them to set out a chair for me, and he's been with me ever since.
You're lying. It's not going to work on me. I'm far too intelligent to believe your low IQ lies.
I'm not lying, and I hope you know how furious Sawyer is at you right now.
Nonsense! Sawyer's 10 times the person you are. He'll take my side for sure.
I could only hope to be half the person my mom is. I can tell you for sure, though, that she's 10,000 times the person you are. I couldn't believe my eyes when I read your texts. Is this how you've always treated my mom?
Oh, no. Oh, Sawyer, is that really you?
I never knew that you and my mom were old classmates until today. I guess you were the class bully, huh? And you picked on my mom because her dad died when she was young?
Oh, look, Sawyer, you don't know anything about my history with your mother. This is just our running gag. We always took shots at each other. I didn't mean any of it. Neither of us did.
Sorry, that low IQ lie isn't gonna work on me. I'm going to tell the guests who have already arrived what the situation is. You can leave whenever you like. This wedding is over.
Oh, don't be ridiculous, Sawyer. Today is my daughter's wedding. Most of the company's executives and our clients are in attendance today. This is an important event for us to boost our image.
Our image? Who is the our in there? You mean you and your husbands? Are you saying this wedding was really all for you and not for her?
Oh, that's not true at all.
Sometimes I wonder why Julia hasn't told me very much about her childhood, but I'll bet she was used to holding back her true feelings about you. She probably spent her entire childhood in fear that if she ever stood up to you, you'd refuse to feed her properly.
How dare you? Are you accusing me of abusing my daughter?
I'm only using your own words against you. It hurts to be on the receiving end, doesn't it?
Are you sure you want to take such an impudent attitude with me? My husband is the board chairman at your company. I could get him to fire you anytime I please.
Thanks for saying that by text. Now I'll have all the evidence I need to prove a wrongful termination case.
You can't do that.
I can and I will if you actually were stupid enough to pull a stunt like that. In any case, I'm off to the chapel to tell all the guests that the bride's mother has acted unforgivably rude toward my mother. I'm aware that there may be some people in there who will be upset that they came out all this way just to have the wedding canceled. But I think I have a better chance of finishing the day with my reputation intact than you do.
I don't believe this. You're not actually going to leave, are you? Well, think about your future, Sawyer. Are you really prepared to throw away a secure career over your mother? Sawyer? Sawyer! Well, congratulations, Angie, you left, and guess what? Now both you and your idiot son are finished. All the guests at the wedding seemed like they were shocked when Sawyer told them all those lies about me. But not to worry, I'll soon correct the record. I'll tell them all the truth about you and Sawyer, and then everyone will side with me.
You should have kept your derision focused only on me, Melody. But now that you're threatening Sawyer too, I'm afraid I'm going to have to do something about this.
And what exactly are you going to do, A poor widow and her mama's boy's son don't scare me at all. My husband is an elite businessman in a powerful company. If you so much as look at me the wrong way, I'll have him crush you like the miserable little vermin that you are.
I've noticed something with you, Melody. All you ever talk about is your husband, but what are you exactly? It's almost like you don't even exist except as a handler for your successful husband.
That's exactly what I am. A peasant like you wouldn't understand this, but a woman's true value lies in the man she marries. I married a high-powered businessman, and that's what makes me more of a woman than you. What's the matter, Angie? Are you jealous?
Don't be ridiculous. Who would be jealous of you? It's just like I thought. You have absolutely no achievements of your own.
Oh, yeah? Well, then, let's hear all about your accomplishments, then. Let me guess, you're going to give me some nonsense about working oh so hard to raise Sawyer as a single mother?
Well, there's that too, but I was actually going to talk about my work as a client of your husband's company.
What?
I'm the CFO there, by the way.
Oh, Angie, you should have told me a more believable lie, like being a shift manager at a fast food restaurant.
It's not a lie. I'm working at the company my husband worked at before he died.
Wait, are you serious?
I sure am. I started working there shortly after my husband's funeral. I was working in another company in the same industry at the time, but I was recruited by one of my husband's former colleagues. My salary before that was definitely not going to be enough to support my son and I. And my husband's company had very generous benefits, including childcare.
All right, maybe I could believe that you have some job at that company, but CFO? Oh, not a chance. You're probably just the janitor or something.
The friend of my husband who recruited me is the current CEO, a position he inherited from his father. He's a consummate meritocrat, and he gives no consideration to race, sex, or anything, just results. And so I dedicated the following years to pumping out consistent results, and I was rewarded with advancement. An unfortunate side effect of that is that I didn't get to spend much time with Sawyer during his youth.
But Sawyer told me that you went through some incredibly hard times after your husband died.
He wasn't talking about money. That wasn't an issue. He was likely talking about how busy I was all the time. I rarely had any time to give him the attention he needed because I was always working.
I see.
Okay, so now that we've established that I am the CFO, let's talk business, shall we? Today's chaos may have been a personal, not business matter, but I'm afraid I can't simply let this slide.
I don't understand.
Oh, then I'll use small words so you'll be sure to understand. I am the CFO of a company that does a lot of business with your husband's company. At the wedding today, you were incredibly rude to me, and now there's going to be some serious consequences for that.
Hold on, I had no idea you were a CFO or anything. You can't hold that against me.
You're not going to get away by using ignorance as an excuse here. Your behavior would have been unacceptable no matter what my financial or social position was. Before today, I would have been willing to put up with your abuse if it meant our children would have a happy life together. But now I realize that it was a mistake to put up with you for this long. It's only going to keep getting worse unless I do something.
Something? What do you mean? What are you going to do?
I'm terminating my company's business relationship with your husband's company. We might be a major client for you, but to us, you're nothing more than one of our many suppliers. Honestly, the only reason we've continued to do business with you is because changing suppliers would take a lot of time and effort. But now I think it's time for us to consider other options.
Wait, you can't do that. Oh, this could destroy my husband's reputation in the company. He could lose his position as the board chairman, or worse, he could be demoted back to upper management. I'm the one you're mad at, aren't I? You don't need to take this out on my husband.
He knew the way you were treating me and he didn't stop you. That makes him just as guilty as you are. And by the way, your daughter came to apologize to me a little while ago.
She did?
I feel so bad for her. She's genuinely in love with Sawyer, that much is clear. But you were constantly interfering in their relationship, barking orders like some kind of tyrant. You should have seen the tears flowing out of her eyes while she told me how sorry she was for not standing up to you sooner. How did a monster like you end up producing a girl as decent and kind-hearted as Julia?
What do you want from me? Do you want me to do the same thing as Julia? Get on my knees in front of you and beg for your forgiveness?
No, I don't really need or want an apology from you at this point. It won't undo all the years that you've spent mocking me and my family, and it definitely won't change my mind.
Then what do you want from me? Tell me what I have to do.
I'm afraid you're going to have to think about that by yourself. But if you ask me, I'd say the best thing to happen would be for you to remove yourself from the picture.
Please stop. I can't take it anymore. How much will be enough for you, Angie? When will you have done enough to damage me? I'm sorry for everything. I take back all the nasty things I've said to you. My daughter has disowned us. She said she never wants to speak to either of us ever again. And my husband was removed as board chairman, but that's not all. He was removed from the board of directors entirely and demoted to upper management. It's my worst fears come to life. And now he's being transferred to a branch office in the middle of nowhere. Don't you get what this means? They're trying to force him to resign.
And what do you think is going to change by telling me about all that? I'm not the one who decided your husband's punishment. The other members of the board of directors did.
You took everything from me. Give me back my fabulous lifestyle. My husband is furious at me. He hasn't even spoken to me once since the wedding. At this rate, he's probably going to divorce me before the end of the month. My daughter and your son even resigned from their positions at the company, too.
Yes, that's right. My company offered them positions with better terms, and they happily accepted.
You did?
I told the CEO about what happened at the wedding the other day and also showed him their very impressive resumes. The CEO was thrilled about the opportunity to gain 2 highly talented employees and immediately offered them positions in corporate headquarters.
Oh, that's not fair. If you're hiring them, you should hire my husband, too.
I should? Why?
Are you joking? My husband has decades of experience in management and served as the chairman of the board of directors for years. Why would you hire those 2 peons when you could hire someone as elite as him? With a company as big as yours, the pay and benefits would probably be even better than what he was making as board chairman. And if he hears that my connections got him hired, he'll forgive me for sure. Don't you see, this is the only way that I'll be able to save myself. I'm genuinely sorry for everything, Angie, so please, you've got to help me.
You're really sorry for everything you've done to me?
Yes, I'm really very genuinely sorry.
And you'll never do anything like that again?
Not for as long as I live, I swear. Cross my heart and hope to die.
All right. Then will you do one thing for me?
Anything, Angie. You name it, and I'll do it. You have my word.
I want you and your husband to never interfere in any of our lives again.
What do you mean?
I mean me, Sawyer, and your daughter. Never talk to any of us ever again.
If I agree to that, will you hire my husband?
If he works at the same company as Sawyer and Julia, then he'll inevitably interact with them, won't he? So no, that's completely out of the question.
Come on, Angie, that's just ridiculous.
You don't hold any of the cards here, Melody. You're the one coming to me for forgiveness, aren't you? And you really don't seem to understand just how many people you have hurt and how badly you've hurt them. Until you do, you'll never understand just how angry we all are at you.
But Angie, my livelihood is on the line. My livelihood is my entire life. If I lose my husband, I'll have nothing.
Then nothing will change because you already have nothing. All you are is a spoiled and pampered child afraid to leave the secure environment that you never earned. You used your husband's status as an excuse to look down on people you perceived as being beneath you. Just like you used your parents' status as an excuse to look down on me in high school.
But Angie, we used to be good friends, didn't we? Sure, we had sort of a falling out partway through, but don't you remember how it was our freshman year? We always sat together at lunch. We had a lot of fun talking to each other. Don't you remember the good times, Angie?
Oopsie doopsie, I must have forgot. Sorry.
Angie, please.
Goodbye, Melody. I wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors.
All right, there it is. The last box of my stuff is packed, and I'm finally ready to move. I can't believe I got all this stuff ready in just a few days.
I'm glad to hear it. Is Julia with you? How's she doing?
She's doing pretty well, considering. I guess this really was a hard decision for her to make. But I guess what happened at the wedding was enough for her to finally make up her mind.
She really is a strong girl. I have no idea how much she's had to put up with over the years. I just went to high school with Melody, but poor Julia had to live with her.
I know. I should tell you, though, Julia seems like she views you as more of a mother figure than her mom. She'd been wanting to come and see you for a while, but work and her mother's iron fist had been keeping her away. The wedding was the first time she had seen you in months, and then, well, all of that stuff happened.
I felt so sorry for her when she came to apologize after the wedding. I mean, a child having to apologize for their parents' behavior? That's just obscene.
But now that that's all over with, we're free to live our lives together however we see fit, so you don't need to worry about us anymore. I really can't thank you enough, Mom. To be honest, I feel kinda guilty about using you as a connection to get hired into your company.
Oh, if you're concerned about that, don't be. The CEO isn't the type of guy who would hire anyone based on connections alone. He didn't even bring up hiring you into the company at all until I showed him your resumes. Once I did that, his face lit up immediately. Then he turned to me and said, "When can they start?" So the job offers he gave you were the product of your own hard work, not anything I said or did.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mom. It's thanks to you that I became the man that I am today, and also that I'll now get to spend my life with the woman that I love, free from outside interference. I was sad after Dad died, but because you were always there for me, I never once felt alone.
What? But, Sawyer, I was always at work. I left you alone with the company's daycare service most days of the week.
I know you were always busy, but even back then I knew that you were doing everything for me. I thought that since you were being strong and working hard, that I had to be strong too. You inspired me to give my all in school, sports, everything. We might not have been physically together, but you were always in my heart, and I was always in yours. That's why I never felt alone.
Oh, Sawyer.
So again, thank you for everything, Mom. The biggest blessing I ever received was being born as your son.
Me too, sweetheart. I am truly a blessed woman to have a son as wonderful as you.
Man, I was really hoping to be able to use that line in my speech at the wedding. I bet there wouldn't have been a dry eye in the entire room.
Well, for what it's worth, there isn't a dry eye in this room right now either.